Uh, I'm your career guide. Let me just give you a small introduction about this video. I'm preparing this video to help you all understand the value of a professional certification as to what are the uses. I'm going to be talking about about 6 to 8 different points as to why should someone do a professional certification, and at what point should they choose to do a professional certification. So you are right now on You Breakthrough channel, and I'm going to give you a small introduction about myself. My name is Sriram, and I am a career mentor. I've helped people with their career. I've mentored a lot of professionals. I'm also a leadership guide. I am a project management professional certified, Lean Six Sigma Black Belt certified, ITIL certified. I'm also a leadership coach. I have done some corporate session on leadership, abilities, performance management. So those are some of the things that I've done. I run an organization called You Breakthrough Solutions, and I've been running this for the last year and a half. We are into professional certifications, we are into resume analytics, and we are also into skill gap analysis. Um, we are specifically developing a tool which focuses more on resume analytics, and I will describe a little bit more on what exactly is resume analytics a bit later on this video. Um, as far as professional certifications are concerned, we've been consistently training and certifying people on Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, Agile Scrum Master, and uh, PMP, Project Management Professional. Right. So these are some of the things that we've been doing. We've also been involved in mentorship programs. We've aligned a lot of people, get a mentor for themselves outside of their cozy jobs. So most of the times we end up making a mentor within our organization. Our exposure is with our managers or superiors, but we enable mentorship programs for people to kind of get in touch with mentors from other organizations, or in a similar background, the same industry, but from a different organization. Okay, so as far as resume analytics is concerned, we basically extract data from Google. So assume that there is a person who's a team leader and he wants to become a project manager. Most of the questions that I receive is, how do I become a project manager? I'm currently a team leader. So so generally what people tend to think is that, okay, I need to project myself better and everything, but none of them have a clear picture about how exactly to reach that position, right? So what resume analytics does is that it extracts data from Google, and it extracts the current keywords which are being searched in the job market. For example, in Naukri.com, Monster, or IM Jobs, such portals, and throws out a result in terms of what are the top keywords which are being searched by recruiters or by HR of different organizations. And we take those keywords, the top 20 keywords or something, and put that on the front page of your profile. And hence, when you upload that profile back into any of the portals, the likelihood is that the number of hits on your resume by potential recruiters and HR substantially increases, right? And hence gives you more chances or more calls, um, or more opportunities from potential recruiters. And hence, the more, so there is something called as law of averages. The more chances you get, the better you have opportunities or chances for you to clear an interview, right? So assume that you're getting about 10 calls or 50 calls in a month. Out of the 10 or 50 calls, you probably may have about 3 or 4 interviews scheduled, and out of the 3 or 4 interviews that you're scheduled for, you may probably clear the final round of 1 or 2 of them, right? So but unlike this, if you have just about 1 call or 2 calls in a month, assume that in 6 months time you would receive about 12 calls, out of which the chances are very meager for you to actually clear any of the interview, So hence, the objective of anybody should be to ensure that their resume is being searched for the maximum number of times. And I can't, elaborate this more or emphasize more on this point, right? So the key to getting a job is to make sure that you knock enough doors, right? So that is as far as the resume analytics is concerned. Now I'll talk about skill gap analysis. So what we do is we take out profiles of people who are already project managers, in a field that a person who's a team leader wants to grow. And we try to do a comparison between the current project managers who are already successful uh, with respect to your profile, and see what are the skill gaps involved. What are the issues, or what are the key points that you probably can upgrade or upskill yourself on for you to reach the level that the project managers are at, right? So that can probably help you prepare yourself better, both from an interview point of view, also from a resume point of view, right? So that is the key for you to be updated with where the market is, what people are doing currently, and upskill yourself to reach a level that you've been wanting to. So net, what we help people with is that rather than not knowing, where they are and where they want to be, we help them produce results by logically applying data analytics, which is available in the market or available on Google online, and throw that back in their mind and on their profiles, right? And hence enhance their profile value. So apart from this, we are also catering, certification trainings. We are mainly into PMP, Six Sigma, and Agile Scrum Master. We do a bit of Prince 2 and ITIL as well, but predominantly our classroom trainings happen every month on PMP, Six Sigma, and Agile Scrum Master, right? So I'm going to talk a bit about the certification trainings and the importance of them in today's market, right? Why should someone think about doing a professional certification, and what is the right approach? And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I'm going to discuss about 7 or maybe 6 to 8 points. Majorly why should someone choose to do a certification training? Okay, so a certification basically provides you a universal code, a universal practice, a universal concept, right? Something which is basically accepted and applied by many throughout the world, and has basically, the second point would be that it has proven results, right? So something, some concepts, some codes, some theories which have shown results or proven results, and has been accepted widely by the industry, as a standard practice to be applied at workplace, which probably has the potential of um, logically approaching a particular result, right? So that's exactly why, one of the reasons why, a professional certification is important in a professional career. um, as I said before, proven results. So this is my second point of discussion. uh, for example, a Six Sigma has been proven by multiple organizations, has been applied by multiple organizations, and have seen significant results, and has given them cost savings or significant jump in terms of revenue. Also has helped them, probably remove some defects or eliminate some defects at workplace. So this is not just relevant with Six Sigma, it is relevant with most of the certifications. It could be with PMP, it could be Agile Scrum Master. Many organizations today are following and are accepting candidates who have a PMP certification. And in fact, most organizations are asking this as a mandate for a candidate to have in their profile or a portfolio, right? And many organizations are also moving towards agile methodologies. Many matrix and functional organizations are moving towards agile methodology from a traditional project management methodologies. The reason in being, we are living in a dynamic world, and there are many changes that are happening constantly, and hence, You need to have horses for courses. You need to have shoes which fit exactly your foot, right, at any point of time. So so that's one of the major reasons why organizations have adopted and applied many of these certifications which are available in the market, right? um, Third most important point, and this is something which is specific to your career, is that it boosts your marketability, it boosts your value in the market. You have more points to talk about. You can market yourself using the certifications and the trainings and the learnings that you've had, and hence it gives you that additional advantage compared to your peers. It gives you that additional advantage when you talk in an interview or a telephonic call. Um, it just proves you're worth more than what you currently have, right? So that's precisely one of the most important points why you should probably do a professional certification. Um, well, my fourth point about professional certification is that it also proves your interest level. It also proves that you are keen to develop your career and you are ready to take the interest, and you're ready to invest the time, you're ready to invest the money in getting yourself certified. um, and hence, for a potential recruiter, it proves your worth, that yes, okay, this person has invested his time, money, effort in going in the weekends, getting himself trained, passing an examination, getting himself or herself certified, and hence it definitely proves the worth of a person, right? So that would be my fourth point. Probably the fifth would be a global recognition, right? So this is a certification is mostly recognized globally. A certification like PMP, Six Sigma from a recognized body, uh, or an Agile Scrum Master from a recognized body is recognized globally, whether it is Europe, Africa, US, Pacific, right? So it is applied equally in most of the regions, and hence the interaction between teams, interaction between your peers, even if you're in a global project, you're working with people who are in Africa, America, or any other region, becomes that much more easy, because you talk a standardized language, you talk a universal language which is understood by anybody across the globe, right? So it becomes easy for an organization to hire someone who's certified, and hence have to invest time and money on training. And they know for sure that if you're certified or if you're trained, the moment you enter an organization, you are ready to take up a job of a project manager or a scrum master, or if you are into process improvement, you know exactly how to apply Six Sigma. um, so it helps an organization save time and save cost, and hire people who are better trained and certified, right? So that gives an additional advantage. And also, when you're involved with people across the globe in a universal or a global project, your interactions are easier. If you are a PMP certified and you are interacting with someone else who is a PMP certified also, from other regions, you guys understand a common language, and the interaction and the coordination becomes that much easier, right? So my probably sixth point would be that it increases and improves your presentability. So when I say presentability on day-to-day life, it is not just about getting a better job. It is not just about increasing your marketability, but also the learning from a certification training or certification would teach you a lot of concepts, a lot of methodologies, a lot of metrics, which can be utilized in your day-to-day or weekly or monthly reviews. Your presentation about a particular topic, or your presentation on numbers, Your deep dive into numbers improves significantly. Um, you're in a much better position to anticipate, probably changes, risk, many other factors, right? So because you go through so many tools, you go through so many concepts and methodologies that you try to analyze each situation in your workplace in a much significant, in a much better way, and are in a much better position to present yourself and your points, to your higher ups. So that's one of the key reasons why you should probably do a certification training. Um, Last but not the least, it definitely does give you the exposure. It gives you a lot of concepts. It teaches you a lot of theories. It exposes you to the outside world. It exposes you to the outside market. Um, you get exposed, you meet a lot of new people when you come for a certification training. You learn from other people about what they've done in their organization. Right, so it definitely does make an impact. You probably form a group, at least within our organization we form groups of people who've been certified in a particular batch, and we try to keep them together so that they can interact until they write their examination, or even post that. We can even post jobs. We can post a lot of updates, seminars, a lot of events that are coming up. So those interactions can be there, and you can form your own community. So these are my 7 or 8 points why somebody should do a certification training, or a certification, or get himself or herself certified, right? So the last point that I would like to add is that oftentimes we tend to spend on an iPhone, or change our phones on a yearly or a couple of years time. We spend on holidays, we spend a lot on things which have diminishing value. But I would say certifications are one thing which definitely will not have a diminishing value, whether it gives you an immediate result or it gives you a result in the next 6 months or 1 year. But it does give you some results, but provided you have not done the certification just to gain one paper in hand. A certificate in hand will not help you unless and until you have had some significant learning through the certification training, and have tried to apply the knowledge at your workplace, and hence you practiced enough in terms of how this can probably help you in your career. So practice makes a man perfect or a woman perfect. If you do not practice this enough, if you do not apply this at workplace, and if you just use a certificate as a passport to get another job, in practical world, oftentimes it does not happen that way, right? A person who's hiring you would want to see, how much you've learned, how much you've applied, all the concepts that you've learned at workplace, right? So you need to have the ability to, you know, um, probably not just learn, but also try to apply and connect, show a connection when you go for an interview, in terms of what is the connection that you have between the knowledge that you've gained through a certification and that with your workplace. So you need to somehow stitch a story in terms of how you've been able to connect, right? So please remember this point, and do not treat certification as a commodity. um, Certifications are part of continuous learning, and please make sure that your learning is increasing continuously, um, and it's not the other way where you're just using a certificate to get a job, right? Because you won't get a job unless and until you're able to prove your point. uh, this ends my today's video. Please keep watching this space for more. I am also coming up with something called as career journalism, which will start from shortly. I'm releasing them. I'm going to be interviewing some top people who are probably senior vice president, executive directors, CEOs, CFOs, CIOs, and I'm going to share a lot of insight from them in terms of what they did to grow in their career, so that this can be helpful for all of you, right? And my next series or next video will be on how should you choose a certification. So I get a lot of queries from people about, should I do a Six Sigma? Should I do a PMP? Should I do a Agile Scrum Master? What certification should I do? Can you please help me with it? So I'm going to specifically make a video on how should someone choose a particular certification. All right. Thank you so much, all of you. I've tried to make it that as short as possible. Hope you like this video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.